now, and boom, we back. Community Coalition Show.
What's good?
What's going on, man?
Gang, gang.
Gang, we back once again. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm about to end the joint right now. No.
Hey, tune in next week. We
may have something, Real talk, one thing I've learned, and Community Coalition Show is almost 2 years old. I think September. It's going to be 2 years, man, and time flies, and content is not as easy as we all think it is,
No, it's not.
Yeah, and so I can tell you guys, last couple of weeks, man, we're like trying to get people on, trying to do different things, and it has been challenging because you know how people are.
Right.
Working with schedules, people got lives, things like that,
Right.
We record kind of late. Like right now, it's kind of late, so.
I mean, kind of. Depends on how old you are.
Yeah, but that's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right. Not everybody's a night owl.
For like an old head like myself, like most people in bed, or if we got kids, we got jobs the next day. But fortunately for us, we don't work traditional schedules,
Right. And I'll have kids.
Yeah, so we make it work. But that's not the case for everybody. So going back and forth, to be honest, it was a long week, man. And when it came to I really been wrecking my brain. I'm like, what are we gonna do? And I'm just tired,
Right.
I was just tired. To be honest, doing a show every week, after a while, there's going to be some times where you're like, man, I'm being real, I ain't feel like doing it,
I feel you.
But I felt like that before. There have been some weeks, and then we do it, we have a good show, we have a good time, and afterwards, I'm glad I did it,
Yeah.
So again, this is like our therapy too. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's where I am today, though, man. I'm just dogging it, man.
Yeah, you're over it.
I am over it. I am and then I called myself trying to take a nap, and it wasn't a good nap. It made me worse.
Been there.
Grumpy. I woke up grizzly bear. I was just all over the house. It was not a good look for me. So I'm feeling it. Tonight is one of those nights I can't wait to get into bed, yo.
Right. I feel you.
And so I'm here. So I know there's a lot going on in the world, and
there is.
We can discuss, and I know we will.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Once we're able to get the right voices on here.
Yeah.
And we have the full on discussion.
Yeah.
You guys will be thankful for it.
Yeah, I'll literally have a board. You guys can't see it right here. I have a board. I have a list of topics and things like that I've really been wanting to hammer on, but. I just do not want to do it between two of us because I feel like we would just not do the topics justice.
Right.
There's some people that need to come on that will enhance and provide some certain level of expertise to some of these things. And this fatten up the conversation a little bit more.
Right, because we don't know everything.
We don't, and I'm not even trying to act like I do.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I will be first to say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. What do I do next?
Yeah.
Or how do we move forward?
Yeah. And also, too, at the end of the day, we're a podcast.
Yeah.
We doing what we can.
We're here for jokes. We're here for a conversation. And we're here to talk.
Yeah. Kickstart some things, provoke some thought, have some fun with it. That's what we try to do.
We're here to pod.
Pod. Yeah. Yeah. Today. There are a couple things. I know you got some things you want to hit on.
Right.
There's one thing that I think is kind of bringing me to this point.
Right.
We're still under quarantine, technically.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of my. I think it was one of the reasons for my fatigue. I really feel like I'm dogging it. I was thinking about it before we started. I'm these are the dog days of quarantine, it kind of
right in the middle.
Yeah, hopefully. The funny thing is we don't know. We could still be in the beginning for all we know. We don't know.
They keep talking about that second wave, so who knows?
First wave, we have no idea.
Right.
So it was one of them the weekends. It would have been a perfect time, if we weren't under quarantine. There were some things on my calendar I had to hit. wasn't able to hit him, so it's just like, so I think it's just like this feeling down a little bit,
I feel you.
After a while, this does wear on you.
Mm-hmm.
And, it really made me think too, because I'm like, if it was wearing on me, like, I wonder how everybody else is feeling right now.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking about that too a little bit.
Yeah. I know some people said the hell with it and they getting outside, but I still can't quite do that,
I'm not feeling that bold.
Yeah. And I'm really trying to be responsible for a lot of different reasons, but
right.
Yeah, so I think it's just dog days, man. Just dogging it. Today sucked for real,
Yeah, I feel you.
Playing 2K, couldn't buy a bucket with my player, man. It was everything was just going south.
It was a struggle.
Yeah. And then another thing, social media.
Oh, social media's been taking that toll, bro.
But I think on me, and I'm starting to feel this pattern.
Right.
Goodness gracious. Whereas,
what's the pattern though?
I'm getting over it. Like I'm really kind of over it. Like I don't know if it's just because like we have more time. So of course we're in the house. I find myself checking things a little bit more. Well, at first, I remember when we quarantine first started. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, this might take it as an opportunity. See, we do a content, stuff like that. And now I'm just like, I don't care.
Right.
And the sad thing is like, there's things I should be posting, especially for like the shows and things like that. But I'm just so fatigued over social media, and not just that. It's just a lot of the concept of it, like the interactions, back and forth. It sucks to me,
Right.
Like I feel like it's become like not all of it, but like I don't know. I'm just not a fan. I don't know if it's just for me,
I totally understand what you're saying. Okay, do you remember like earlier this year when there was like there were shootings almost every day?
Yeah.
And I was just like I feel like what was happening was that we started to get desensitized to it.
Yeah.
And first of all, we have a problem if we are able to get over shootings quickly.
Yeah. And
that's a serious problem.
And I think this country does because it's so oversaturated. And plus we're exposed to it all the time too. Like you watch the news, man, it's just shooting, down, doom and gloom, like all the whole thing,
Right. Shooting, police brutality, the news repeating itself.
Yeah. Trump, crazy, after a while you're just like, and I feel like I'm just like, and then like even when I was trying to get into it, like I was on Twitter to read something, and I know for sure I can't read I can't like read responses anymore. They frustrate me to all get out.
Okay.
Like it just frustrates me to listen to some people. One, I do feel like we've become a very sensitive culture. Oh my goodness. Like everybody, see, this is what I think. This is what I don't like. You want people to speak their mind. You want people to speak their truth, right?
But once they do, you
drag them.
Just drag them.
Yeah, persecute them for it.
Right.
Now everybody's scared to say stuff, and when somebody does say something, you got all these people they got their opinions about what they're saying, and then somebody got an opinion about their opinion, and it's just like sometimes it's just like shut up.
Right.
Just listen. Like the person, I don't have to voice my agreement or disagreement all the time.
Right.
Just because somebody does something, even if I don't agree, I'm like, I don't agree. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I don't have to voice that on social media all the time.
Right.
Oh, he looked at you wrong. Oh, I'm typing. Who cares? Yeah. So, in my opinion, it's made for such like meaningless back and forth.
Right.
Pettiness. And people you don't even know. Like, and so to me, that part is just like, and some people say, like, we just block it out. Like, after a while, it's hard,
Yeah, because it's like just sweeping stuff under the rug.
Yeah, or just like the topics that could be important,
Right. And
like,
we need to talk about this stuff, but
yeah,
we choose to ignore it.
Yeah, or just the stuff that like
that ain't healthy.
It's not. And I was just like, so I was looking at something. This probably a couple of days ago. Trump said something wild,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's about the whole issue with the postal service.
Right.
They remove it. We shaking like this craziness stuff that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody posted an article about it, like a legit article from a newspaper, credible source.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, read this joint real quick, and I just happened to scroll through the comments of that post, and people were going off on tangents about all kinds of stuff, had no real relation to the post. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they took the conversation somewhere that it didn't have to go there. And I'm not even getting political, but honestly, I'm talking about both sides of the aisle too. Like, it was everybody.
Right.
And you could tell there were some people that were saying stuff that was so outrageous because they just wanted attention. They just wanted a response because everybody's learned on social media that you can go viral for something you say, positive or negative,
Right. My little sister, she always talks about how, like, on social media, one person will say one thing, another person will say another thing that opposes the first one, and then, like, there'll be other people in the comments just going off, and, like, there's always that one person that'll tell you their whole life story had nothing to do with any of the posts.
Yeah, we talking about.
It's the funniest thing to me, honestly.
Postal service, some lady get on there talking about her cats. I'm like, yo, Slim, like,
hold on, are your cats sending mail?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking? Like, this. Shut up.
How do they afford stamps?
Like, people.
Like, now I'm curious.
See, and you're the one that. I can't do it.
But also obviously I'm trolling because I understand that this is stupid and I'm just trying to make light of a very dumb situation.
Yeah, and then people go back and forth. You are a grade A troll. I give you that. Like, when you troll, it's like, you be striking chords and nerves with people.
Me?
Yeah. Me, yeah.
Name one time.
Oh, man.
What are these allegations against me?
Oh, man. If y'all listen to the Reason Around podcast, we can start here. We can start you versus the Barbs. That one time you said something, and then, like, that one dude just went on a tangent. Like, he ain't even know you. He just was judging. I don't know. This is like a couple months back.
I don't even remember it. It was on Reason to Rhyme?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think this is a Twitter post. I think something you were supposed to responded to.
Okay.
And he wasn't a fan of what you said.
Okay.
Yeah, but his response to me was just so, like, he's trying to attack you as a person. And I think that's what a lot of it annoys me. Like, if you are going to have some disagreement, if you are going to debate, cool, debate the topic. But now you're going back and forth with a person you don't know, you never seen before.
Right.
And you just going on based off an avatar or a picture. Like, shut up, yo. Shut up. I have no patience for this stuff. I just don't.
It's always super fun.
Have conversations. But when you start taking it down those paths, I got nothing. So I'm just like, I'm kind of fatigued from social media.
Bro, I've been roasted. I feel like in my, like, lifetime, my 28 years that I've been here, like, I've been roasted almost every single way. And honestly, I, like, now, especially, I laugh at it. I laugh at it so hard. Like, whenever I'm getting dragged on Twitter, I'm just, like, looking at the comments because I know they're going to go, what's the one thing that people got roasted for when you were in, like, school? Your looks.
I mean, oh, yeah. Because that's the one thing people initially see.
Right.
You know,
I'm only 5'5". Like, of course. So
that's my thing. But like, people on social media don't know that stuff. Like, but I think like that's what kills me. Like, and I've seen and I've learned from your battles.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, most of the time, what you're saying is a valid point. You know, it's an opinion based on something, but it's a point to be made.
Mm-hmm.
And then they attack you.
Right.
They don't attack the point.
Right.
They try to attack.
And please notice, Kenny said most of the time.
Most of the time.
There have definitely been times where I was definitely wrong.
Yeah, because you're a troll. Yeah.
I'm not. So it's not always. I swear to you, I'm not always doing it intentionally.
I'm joking. It's not always.
It just happens sometimes. No,
but like,
I was just like, okay.
Like going to like the music stuff, reason and rhyme stuff, like valid music points being made, you know?
Right.
But then, like I said, the responses, they're not arguing the music point.
Right.
That's what's frustrating to me. Like, like you'll say something like, oh, you know, like somebody posts something like, nah, I think this verse is better. And then they start going in like, you didn't talk about your opinion on the verse. They start attacking your character, people, all this stuff. Oh, he's a clown and all this stuff. Like, yo, I can't. That's the stuff that's just like, and for me, you know, it's hard sometimes when you see things like that, just ignore it. Right. You know, like sometimes the best thing I do is put my phone down. But still, it's like, damn, like if you care about people, you care about the interactions with people, it's like at some point it's like, okay, like what do we, you know, you start thinking like, what are we really doing here? You know, so what does social media really become? And then even the stuff that I thought was good, even the stuff I thought was using for a purpose, man, I thought was good. So I use an app, and most people know about Bumble Biz.
Right.
And I started off, I got in early. I had a friend who was not a developer, but was like a brand ambassador. They got in early.
Right.
They put me on like, hey, it's a good way to network and connect with other professionals. Cool. When it first started off, I was loving it because they have different tiers. There's a date, there's a BFF, and there's a business one. So in the business one, I'm really connected with other people. I made a lot of connections, especially when we were doing the networking things. Like, cool.
Networking events.
Yeah, and I was meeting a lot of people because it was real easy to filter out the entrepreneurs. Who was an entrepreneur? Let's link up. Cool location. Everything was working. And now even that platform has just become like, it's almost like I don't even like oversaturated with just like multi-level marketing and people. It's not even about connections anymore. They're just trying to sell you stuff. Like,
it's like,
oh my goodness, it's so frustrating. Like,
it's like it's like you trying to have a business, or you trying to have some business. Or,
hey, I got business. Or what's the pitch? It's always you know, financial advisors, or they say they're a financial advisor, mostly, and it's like, you know, at first when both started off, hey, what you doing? What you got going on? What do you do? Cool, okay, great. Like people actually ask questions. Took the time to like get to know what's going on with each other. We sharing information. Now it's like, hey, how are you? Hey, I got a business. Want to join my business? Want to start my business? I can make you money. I can make you money. And then when you say no, it's like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? How? Like, do you have a business degree? First of all,
Slim. First of all,
you didn't go to business school.
Like, I'm good over here. Like, and I think, you know what? I'm gonna speak to my peoples right now.
Talk.
Multi-level marketing. If you have your thing,
tiers.
Oh, great! I'm all about that. I really am. But not everybody wants to get down with that. One.
Right.
Two. Just because somebody says they're not interested doesn't mean that they're knocking you. They trying to dish you or something.
Right.
They're just not interested right now. Not everything is for everyone. That's okay. You know how many times I get negative responses of people just like they trying to like, or they just push the issue too much. That's another thing I hate. Pushy people, especially when it comes to business. Don't push me. That makes me push back harder. That definitely makes me not want to rock with you. You know, push me. Bye. Come on. Why not? Today, tomorrow, maybe. No. I felt my face at that point, like, because now I'm annoyed. That tactic doesn't work with me. You don't wear me down. Like, I'm not the guy to be worn down. I've been doing this a long time.
Right.
For the tactics, like I actually dabbled in multi-level marketing to learn about the business years ago. So I like learned the tactics. It wasn't for me, but I learned about it, and how it works and things like that. So it's just like it's the same structure, insert product for whatever you're doing, for the most part. And you got to know what you're doing and people you're working with and stuff. It works for people. It works, but it's not for everybody. And tell y'all now, it ain't for me. One, I got my own things going on. I'm good where I am. I'm focusing on this. I even had to put it in my profile. Like, no multi-level marketing. I'm focusing on my ventures. My ventures be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so now, even then, I still try to offer, well, if I come across somebody that may be interested, I'll send them your way. I feel like that's reasonable.
It's a respectful way to bow out.
Yeah, but I'm not even saying, like, get out my face. I'm really saying, like, maybe not me, but
maybe the next guy.
Maybe the next guy. And if they come to me, I can steer them to you. But some people, they just, oh man, I've gotten cussed out. I got people who just, like, some people hound me. I had this one girl literally every day for like almost like a month and a half. Like, it was like I could tell she was just like going down the list or whatever. Because every interaction was like the first interaction. Like, hey, how are you doing? Like, my name is like, yo, Slim. I did talk to you 7 days this week. Give me another spiel. Like, I'm about to block you. Like,
first of all, that's a bot. And if you've been on, okay, real quick. If you've been on dating apps, you know about that. You know about that bot.
Yeah, I didn't like. That didn't get the bot feel because I know about bots. I just felt like he was like, I felt like it was just like cold calling almost, So could have been a bot, probably, but if not, it was just like you've learned a tactic, like, and I feel like now the tactics that people used to use, where it was like phone call stuff like that, I feel like that stuff they've learned that social media has now become a new way to reach out and connect with people,
Right.
My IG and stuff like that. People be hitting me up, like, sliding in my DMs for multi-level marketing and business and stuff like that. Like, all that's been going on. Because if you're getting another graphic designer,
man, if another binary trader gets on my IG and was like, hey, what's up?
And that's what I'm talking
about. I see that you broke.
Like,
first of all, I am happily broke because I am pursuing my passion. Second off, why would I want to be a binary? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like the binary sales or something like that.
That's what they
or trade.
Like, either Forex, and I was trying to bring people on the show. I wanted to find somebody to bring on the show to talk about Forex because I'm like, what is it really? You know what I'm saying? Like, and whenever I talk to somebody about it, I don't get the answer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which again raises red flags for me. They gonna try to sell me something, bring me on something, and you can't give me a clear answer of what's going on. Right. Sounds like a scam. But
also, I think I'm just gonna put on my profile, hey, I can't count. Leave me alone.
But I feel like people still try it. They still, like I said, I put that on my profile, like, no multi-level. I'm focusing on my ventures. Like, I'm not interested in joining what you're doing. Like, I'm not. I got mine. I'm good. Like, but they still try it. Okay. Or I think they read my profile and it's like, oh, well, you might be connected because you connect me to people. I don't know you. Like, I don't know you. Why would I put you? Like, think about that reality. People, please.
How like in the streets of baby, you don't know.
Like, if, okay, so I'm going to be real. Let's say I spent the last, I don't know, my work, like 15 plus years of my career building relationships, cultivating relationships, people I'm close with, people. I have a nice network of people.
Right.
Now I have some person I've never met before in my life, and on social media, not even in person. And they just tell me what they do. And then they expect me to put them on with everybody I know
Right.
In an intimate level, like on a real relationship level,
mm-hmm.
I have no idea who you are.
Right.
And you haven't properly cultivated a relationship or even networked with me.
Right.
So if you can't do that with me, why would I then entrust you into the network?
Why would I bring you in?
Yeah, why? Come on now. Come on, y'all. I know, but it's been a lot.
Actually reminds me a lot of when like certain people are just like, hey, yo, can you put me on?
Yes. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
How do I put someone on? How do you put?
Good point.
Like once I actually like realized that, like I had to stop saying that because I was like, because that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like people, like I'm saying, hook me up, let me put you on, like. So again, I don't know you,
right?
Especially in the music world, we get that a lot. Like I have no.
Oh,
idea.
that's the catchphrase.
Yeah.
Hey yo, put me on.
Put me on. Like, no idea who you are. Really don't know anything about your talents or skill sets or anything.
Right. What do you do?
Showcase that to me. But yet, I'm supposed to put my trust into you.
Right.
Share that with people. I'm gonna put my reputation on the line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put forth my effort in reaching out and contacts and all, because that does take effort. Believe it or not, y'all.
Right.
It does take effort for me for somebody to reach out on your behalf. Like, right. You may think it's a text or a phone call, but there's a lot behind those things. And that's what you're banking on. Oh, this person, your relationship is going to help push us along. But if you're not, you know what? And like, in some situations, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, it does work.
Right.
But again, so for example, my consulting firm came across a young lady not too long ago. She said she needed some help. I'm like, okay, cool. We sit down. This before COVID. Sit down. Let's do a consultation. Let's figure out what's going on. Always sit down with people and I always like to meet because I have to figure them out. What's going on? I need to see the whole picture here. I'm not doing that on a phone call and I'm not doing that on social media. Because there's a lot that I learn in just that hour or so time in someone. So they saying all the right things before the meet. Really trying to get on. I'm saying I really want to help people. I want to help out other artists, all this stuff. Okay, let's meet. Set time, date, all this stuff. First thing, you're late. That annoys me to no extent. If you're late, if you really say you about something and you late, and I'm talking about like outside of like an act of God or nature or something like that, like if you just late because you late, strike one. I'm pretty much.
How late was she?
About 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm done at that point. I'm done. Because again, like those little things, and I feel like even in today's culture, we don't take pride in those little things. Because now you're wasting my time. 20, 25 minutes may not seem like a lot, but for what I had to travel and things like that, there's other things I could be doing, and I'm just not going to allow anyone to take my time. It's my time. I take pride in that, So at that point, I'm about to bounce. Like I'm finishing my bagel, my coffee. I'm sitting in a little coffee shop. I'm about to bounce. If you, like, if I don't see you, by the time I get this bill, I'm out. So luckily, she shows up. Ain't looked apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be honest, look real ratchet. Like, so I can tell, okay, you didn't take this serious. You didn't take this serious. Strike two. Or
she was thinking something totally different.
Yeah, which again, strike 2.5. Because, and this is another issue, like, even with fellas too, and I have a lot of issue with fellas going for women, like
know your intentions.
Exactly. Exactly. What did you really come for? What are you really doing here? And I feel like people play with that a lot, So, again,
absolutely.
Oh yeah, all the time. And so I'm like, nope, that's a strike. Like I came here to work,
Right.
And then after that, so then we get to talking, And again, I always leave with something, an action plan. You got to do something.
Right.
You got to show that you really want this. I'm not putting resources and energy, and I don't even care if you're paying me.
Time, money,
so for what? And I always say, so I have data. Like when it comes to business, and I'm telling this for a reason, but 1 out of every 13 consultations I do actually progresses to the next step. After our initial consultation, my next step is always either I give them a little bit of homework or just research something, and I tell them, email me. Email me the next day. I always give them something small to do. I always give them something small to do, and I tell them, email me the next day. And I say email because for a lot of people, if you're not in the business world, you have to learn how to like communicate, you know?
Right.
Everyone can text. You can
anyone.
Call, but it takes a little bit more effort and thought to email. And I've learned that. So I always say email me. 1 out of every 13 people actually does that. So after all that, now I know you ain't serious.
Right.
You ain't serious. After, and I lay out the steps for you, you know, but so stuff like that, like all that takes time and energy and effort, you know?
Right.
And it starts, again, a lot of it starts with the social media. And that's why I guess we came back. Like, so if you ain't right at that point, why am I hook you up? Why would I put you on? And that's one of the biggest issues too. And then talk about the black community. And then I've been called a sellout before. I've been called that before because I didn't put people on. But I'm not. No, I didn't bust my ass for the last 15 years or so to have my reputation damaged for somebody I didn't know who didn't put the work in.
Right.
That's reality. And if you choose to call me one for that, or if you choose to do that, that's on you. Go ahead. Go right ahead. But that is a horrible, horrible business model.
Right.
Like, and again, I'm in the world of consulting where the business of helping people. One of the things we do is, okay, if you're not there yet, then I can help bring you along to get to that point.
Right.
But you got to put in work too. And most people don't put in the work.
Right.
So yeah, so like all that social media stuff is just, I've been real. Say all that to say,
it's actually a really big thing with creatives.
Yeah.
Like, imagine I ask you, hey, can you give me like a spoken word, make it about 15 seconds, and send it to me? I'm probably going to expect that in like maybe a week, 2 weeks at the most.
Yeah.
And probably either after a week goes by, I'm going to be like, hey, how's that going? And then you'd be like, and then you would say, oh yeah, it's good. I'm writing it out right now. I'll have it to you by next week. I'd be like, cool. If that doesn't come by next week, now I'm probably going to be like, hey, are you still working on that thing? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm working on it. Don't worry about it. I'll have it to you. And once it doesn't come, that's when, I mean, I've also done this, but also like once it's done to you, it's a very like you just feel like so it's like drained.
Yeah. Well, think about it. That's commitments.
Right.
And that's why, and even as a consultant, I always advise, even for little things like that you don't think are small, you need some type of agreement.
Right.
You need some type of agreement to hammer out what it is you're doing, if there's any pay to it, what is the time frame for it, any of the details. It's like a contract, but you need some type of agreement because those are the things that happen. And I think, in certain cultures and industries like the creative world, things like that, like these verbals always used to happen, but then there's no follow through, and also too, now that you've been burned, there's nothing you have to go back on to say, hey, because now you out. You if you were working on stuff, if you needed that for something, now you're without spoken word. You got nothing. You've wasted weeks at this point, and you got nothing to show, and you're not gonna get anything back for it because that person has flaked you. And so that's why it's like things like that and that's what one of the things we got to teach with people. Like, no, this is business. We need to operate some sort of business here. We need to have structures in place to handle these things, because you will get burned. People will take advantage of you. You know, you will get the flakes. Like, this is how it goes out here, you know? And so at least you have some sort of protection if that happens.
Right. Also, one thing that my old boss told me was that, like, you'll as long as you put effort in, or you'll get as much as you put in.
Yeah.
So if you're out there like actively trying to pursue people, then people, hopefully you're putting out the right vibe and people will pursue you.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right vibe too. Because like I said, going back to like the multi-level marketing, like cold call and all that stuff, people reaching out, but that vibe ain't right, you know?
Right.
Like, so that is
it's
a big
mad
problem.
Sketchy.
It is. That's why, like,
I've gotten recruited a few times, and I'm just like once I actually figured out what it was, I was like,
nah. Like, I've learned to just say no, and I'm looked at as the bad guy. You know, I'm harsh because you know what I found too. Anytime you don't agree with somebody, you're the bad guy. You're the jerk. You know, just because I didn't do what you wanted to do, I'm a jerk. Fine, I'll be a jerk then. Because, you know.
Yeah, I think that's what you got to do. Like, at the end of the day,
like, if you call me a jerk, then fine, I'll be a jerk in your eyes, but I'm good over here. Because I just didn't want to do what you wanted me to do. Like, I probably get at least 1 or 2 multi-level pitches in other businesses too. I probably get pitches like a week at least, and they always try to backdoor you. You know.
Now, describe what that means.
When they try to set you up and make it not seem like it's a meeting or recruiting.
Right.
You know. Yeah, I had one like, oh hey, we're having just having a little Zoom call over here.
I've had a few. Of those.
Zoom call? And then I started asking questions. What's the Zoom call about? Purpose. Who's going to be on? What's all this about? You know, like I'm not just jumping on some random Zoom at this point. Come on now. Like, we've been in quarantine long enough now. We should know the tricks right now. You know.
Right.
You might have hit somebody with March with that. No, it's August. So, nah. So, but those things like that were like, hey, we're just having a meeting over at my friend's house. This is like pre-quarantine. No, we're having a meeting over at my friend's house. Just bringing some people over, see what's going on. Meeting about what? Again, ask questions. And then those answers don't come right.
And you're good about that, because I would be the person to not question that. And that's how I got into those certain situations.
You think it's gonna be food? You show up and it's like 10 chairs in the living room, and the Bama got an easel or a TV screen with a laptop connected. Like, they just got me. And you can't leave once you're there, because then you really, because that's your man.
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah. And I just like I don't want to be. First of all, I don't want to be a jerk. Second off, I got a ride here, so I'll drive. I don't know where I am right now.
So now you really stuck, and you got to sit through this whole presentation, and then afterwards, you really come at you heavy. So, what do you think? Then it's something you could do? Well, yeah, we can get you started for $250, and no.
That was the exact number.
I'm telling you, I've been in too many of these.
Oh man.
No, I'm sorry.
That was the exact number.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm telling you, that's why I learned. I learned from experience. Like, hold on, what meeting? No, I'm good. Like, and then why? Well, what do you? No, because I'm focused on mine.
Or I'm gonna finesse you even more. I'm gonna give you $50. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna invest in you. Let me get $5 for every person that you get after this.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, I'm good. It all sounds good. That's another thing. They make it sound good. Like, no, I'm straight. Or sometimes they just really just weigh you down.
Right.
They just weigh you down until you do it.
Right.
Because for them, it's numbers, it's sales. So they're gonna weigh you down to get that number, because they got somebody on their back. Right. So no, I remember my first experience with that stuff. One of my first jobs, I worked in a call center. me and my sister got the job at the call center.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like. I don't remember the name of the company, but I remember they had a contract with like Comcast, so we were people to get people signed up for like cable, and they offer these new deals. One, I hated it, but it was a wonderful experience because I learned. That's another thing I learned about these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember like they take you through the whole training, go through the whole call system. But the one thing I remember, like you go through the training, and I was pretty good at it too. So I get on the floor and I'm making calls. And you just call the people, you got the whole spiel trying to get people to buy. And it's literally just call all day. You're just sitting there calling.
Right.
But I remember there was this dude, man, like I guess he was one of the supervisors. Big black dude. Slim was like 6'3", 6'4", like 285. Like I'm a big dude too, so I'm looking at him.
I was about to say, you can't take him.
I mean, I'm going for the knees. You know me. I'm
you dirty.
Someone who got knee problems, I'm gonna tell you right now. Take that leg out. See how tough they are. But it wasn't so much his presence. He was just like literally. He would walk up and down the floor, and he would just scream the whole time, "Get this money! You gotta get this money. Make these calls. Get this money. Come on, y'all!" And he would literally walk up and down the aisles when we were like working. So you try to make a call, and you got Big Jerome in the back. Get this money, like, and people were really intimidated by it. Like that was his job. It
was his tactic
to push you harder.
Right.
But I wasn't really intimidated because I saw what he was doing, and I'm like, get out of my face. First of all, I'm trying to make a call, and I got you in my other ear, basing, come on, get this money. Like, I'm about to if you get out my face. Like,
and probably like once he like was actually speaking, he would be like, "Oh, hello, yes, my name is Jerome."
Jerome was straight. He was straight hood. Like, I remember the great. He had that like kind of like that raspy, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, voice, like. So he talked like that the whole time. Nah,
hey, we gotta get this money.
Oh, to get this money. Come on, man. Like, to this day, this was like 20-something years ago. I had my face the whole time, like. But literally, I remember talking to other coworkers, other people who call center, and they were terrified of him. They were terrified, so they would literally like be shaking when he came around the corner because they knew he was watching you, he was on you. So I'm like, that's the pressure. That's how you wear people down. You really like wear them down and bend them so that you're at their will. Like this is real tactics.
Oh yeah,
people do this crazy stuff, and you just after a while you learn like, no, I'm going to say no. That's why really saying no is such a powerful word. So much power in saying no. And there's tactful ways to say no. Like I have a system. Like if I say no, like I try to be tactful about it. No, I'm good.
Try to be respectful about it.
First time I am. Second time, like if you keep coming at me, no, thank you, but I'm good. The third time, that's when, all right, that's when all the tact and all the diplomacy goes out the window. If I say no 3 times and the third no, me and you about to have a problem. Like that's just my rule. After because I'm starting to get pissed off at that point. Like at some point you're gonna respect my no. I gotta write that down. That's actually pretty good. I'm about to post that. Talk about social media posts. I'm about to post that.
I'll let you write that down first.
Yeah. You think I'm playing like with that?
Oh, I don't think you played. I'm gonna retweet it.
Wait till tomorrow.
But there was this. Okay, so when I was going to school, there was this one lady, and her job was literally to pass out pamphlets. When's the last time someone handed you a pamphlet?
Oh man, I mean, it's rare. It's been a while, but I remember them days though. Yeah.
Right. So this was maybe 2013, 2014. Yeah. This lady is out here every single day passing out pamphlets. First of all, I'm here for school. Second off, it's morning. I'm really not trying to hear you right now. I'm trying to vibe out and just get ready for this class that's going to kick my butt.
Yeah.
And this happened over the course of how many? This was like what? I'll say 4 or 5 years for the time that I was at school.
Yeah.
I would hear almost every single day, hey, would you like a pen? No. Right. There was one time where I passed her like 3 or 4 times, and every single time she asked me, hey, would you like a pen? There was one time where I had to yell at her, and I don't yell at people.
Yeah.
And if I do, I'm not saying anything good, or I'm not putting my words together correctly.
Yeah, like that's when you start cussing people out. But
I guess that's why people cuss people. That's why people just cuss people out.
Yeah, like I said, all that tactfulness and all that stuff goes out the window.
Right.
That's you know who gets me now? The people passing out religious pamphlets and stuff. Like, for whatever reason, I guess I don't look godly. You know, I must not look like a godly person when I'm out in the streets. Even though, I mean, what is it?
Man, we met up at church. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? But they run up on me. Mm-hmm. Don't let it be a parking lot somewhere. Also, I don't even see them coming.
First of all, you're a big dude. Yeah, so I think you're running up on anybody, I would say run up on someone like me, not someone like you.
But they're bold because I really think they look at me and I don't think they see godly person, which actually I wish they couldn't. And I think it's funny because I'm like, you don't know me, mm-hmm. you know? So they'll run up, well, do you know Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Oh, man.
You?
Yeah, like, yeah. And that's when you can see, like, okay, that spiel didn't work. Okay, go to plan B. You can see the wheels turning in their head. Right. Well, I just want to share a little bit, like, I know. Like, there's no easy way to be like, I know what you're about to say. I'm probably pretty good at that, too. So it's like, you know, but so I have to.
Do you know that Jesus died for your sins?
Yeah, and I'm like,
the earth to cleanse the world and make everything so wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, I do, I really do. Like, I'm good with that. You say that, and then they automatically think you're a jerk, you know. So I'm like, again,
right?
Point, like,
I never want to be a jerk. I'm just like, hey,
but that's it.
I know about Jesus. But he is my homeboy.
I gotta cut you off at some point, like. I'm not going to sit here and have a 20-minute conversation for being saved 101. I'm good. I'm past that point in my life. Like, good.
I'm good.
That's what it is. Like, you about to give me the company spiel. Like, I'm past that point in my life. I appreciate what you're doing, but I'm good. Like, one time they ran up on me. I'm literally, it's like Target parking lot. And this is when one of the girls was young because I had a car seat.
First of all, never in any parking lot ever run up on somebody.
And let me tell you exactly. So literally, I remember I'm putting the car seat in. Mm-hmm. I ain't see nobody coming. Like, so at that point, I'm putting the baby in the car seat, and I remember getting out of the car, and she was standing there. At that point, she scared the daylights out of me. 1, 2, I got kids. I'm very protective and defensive.
Right.
I don't know what you about to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play games. I'm black. I've heard all the horror stories. Right. I don't know you. I don't know who you got around. I don't know that situation. So now I'm automatically like, what we about to do here? You know? Like, that's just where my mind goes. Because I don't, like, you hear the
right.
about lady talk. Next thing you know, 3 dudes jump out the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
No, especially not, I'm not alone.
Right.
So, and then as I think about it, I'm like, you clearly saw me putting a car seat in the car. And now you think this is the time you're going to wrap me up for 20 minutes? I got a baby in the back. I'm not about to sit out here and talk to you for 20 minutes. Not thinking, you know.
Don't let it be hot.
And it was one. I mean, it was like a nice day, but again, I got a baby. I don't have time to be standing around.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, pick and choose your situation. So I'm like, you know, at this point, again, no, thank you, I'm good. I gotta go. And she was very persistent. And then I felt like she was talking down on me. That's another thing I don't like too. Because now I feel like you're talking down on me, like you questioning my faith. You know?
I hate that.
So now I'm about to give you something to question. Like, old lady, if you don't get up out my face, like,
I'm about to slap you with the Holy Spirit.
No. Look, I'll bring down the hand. Like, but I'm like, it's stuff like those situations.
What you should have done, you should have straight up Pulp Fiction.
Oh, that whole spiel, Samuel Jackson, like, that whole speech. I remember some of it too. I'm at that point, like, yeah, because I'm like, this is not the time and the place for that. Mm-hmm. You gotta know this. You gotta know this, and you know,
it never is.
It never is. No, leave me alone. I'm just gonna be a jerk today. You're gonna walk away from me probably thinking I was a heathen. I don't care, but you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know me. So stuff like that, like, we gotta do better with this stuff because people that mess around get you. If it was a dude, I probably would have slept him. Like, I probably would have real quick. Right. Like, I'm talking about literally, like, I remember I'm pulling out of the backseat. One of a big dude. Again, I'm trying to put a car seat in. It's a lot of work, hot, breathing heavy at this point, trying, maneuver. So I remember I get out and there's a person standing there waiting for me. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't do that to people.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you, please just keep your car seat in your car. No matter how many people are getting in, just leave your car seat in there.
No. Like, if you ever seen a car seat, like, there's a base, right?
Right.
Then maybe there's got the whole, like, handle part. But when you get in the car, you have to, like, connect that car seat, the seat part to the base. And normally, like,
okay.
But that time I remember that base is still strapped in with the car seat. You used to have to, like, put that in properly. Right. So I remember I was putting the base in and it was a little loose. But periodically, you got to tighten it up.
Okay.
So, like, I'm reaching over to make sure it's tight, make sure everything is secure. So, you got to, like, lean over a little bit. It takes a little maneuver, Right. But then to have somebody, I felt like, then I felt like you've been watching me. You saw me doing all this. Why are you so close? Like it's a lot going on at that point, Like, that's a very uncomfortable feeling.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know what your intentions are at that point,
Right. Nobody. I'm not sure if people like being watched.
No, I'm not doing no. And like I said, after a while, then it really irritated me because I'm like, not only did you watch me, you saw what I was going through, and then you still chose to run up on me like that. Like, you could have backed off and waited till I got out the car or something. Like, you've been standing. I don't even know how long you've been standing there. Like, yeah, you about to get a bow to the face. Like, that's how close she was. She could have got bowed to the face. Then I would have gotten an assault charge and it would have been a problem. Like, so people, can we do better with all this stuff, y'all? Please.
Absolutely.
What else you got? We really been rambling.
No, but, like, that's a real thing. Like, I can't. Okay, there have been so many times to where, like, random people will come to me, they'll start talking to me, and at a concert, hey, that's fine.
Yeah,
we're both here. Hey, how long have you been listening to the band? Oh yeah, at a concert, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll talk to anybody. When I am randomly walking somewhere, hey, yo, Slim.
Yeah.
Let me get $1.
Oh, don't. Especially in this area, DMV, it's getting so bad. I think I've told stories.
Bro, I'm from San Francisco.
Yeah.
I have to go to the city every single day. And, like, there are, like, you start recognizing the homeless people there.
Yep. But the crazy thing is now here, I've noticed it's not just the homeless people. That's what's been annoying me. I've been seeing teenagers. And,
okay.
18, 19, early 20s. And I remember one time, literally, I was walking to Chipotle. This 6'4" dude Young dude had on. I remember he had on Jordans. That's how I remember he had on Jordans.
Oh, I remember this story.
Remember the story? Like walking Chipotle, he was like, "Can I get $1?" I'm like, "What?" First of all, during the day, why aren't you in school? You got Jordans on. You out here asking me for $1? If you don't get your big burly head up out my face, like,
man, if you don't get your NBA contract, go find an NBA contract and get it out of my face.
I hook face if you don't get it out my Oh, Draymond Green looking.
Hey, we don't disrespect Draymond Green on this podcast. We do not disrespect Draymond Green on this podcast, man.
Technical foul face here. Yo, go to school. What are you doing? Go get a drop step, like a jump shot or something. He asked for $1. Then the one time I remember I was at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. I'm in McDonald's, ran into one of my homies in McDonald's. It was like broad daylight.
Right.
In fact, he was actually a cop, off duty. See, I'm like, oh, what's going on with your little girl? Comes up, she couldn't have been no more than like 14, 15, 16 years old.
Right.
Come in all ratchet. Let me get $1. I need $1. People look at it like, one, ew. Two, like, this is how you conduct yourself. Like, and then you ain't asking for dollars. Like, it just looked wrong. Like,
that's not a good look.
It wasn't a good look at all. It was so annoying. Like,
and your boy's a cop. Like,
yeah. So he looking like
she wasn't reading the room.
No, not at all. I mean, he wasn't in uniform, but if you look at him, you could tell he looks cop. Like everything about him says cop. Like, but it was more so the point where it was like, and we've seen this from like some homeless people too, where it's like the pressure, almost like I'm gonna press you out, almost bully to get what I want out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I don't like. Like you really thought like all that tough talk. I need $1. That's not gonna make me want to give you $1. Like
there was this security guard at our school, and this guy was the funniest person ever. There was this homeless dude that like always came to. He would always like harass all the students. He was like, "Hey, let me get some money. Let me get some money." It was the funniest thing. So I come in. I'm like, "Yo, dude is pressing like everybody for some cash." He goes out there. He starts trolling this dude. He starts roasting him. It was the funniest thing ever.
Sometimes you gotta get on them. Like sometimes you do. I feel that. Cause it's annoying. Oh man, it's so annoying. It makes me frustrated just thinking about it right now. But yeah, all right. We almost an hour, you know.
Mm-hmm. We about to get into it. Ooh. So, real quick, some sponsors or some shout outs, I should say.
Yeah, because they ain't until they start passing some Skrilla around.
Right. The IPA way.
Hold it up. Let me see.
Ooh,
what's it called? You said it's the
IPA way.
IPA way. That's a.
Ooh, this is too bad. Hold
up. I know. It's just.
It's not gonna work.
Rotate it. See.
Rotate
it. Yeah, we gonna figure it out. We'll take a picture and post it later or something like that.
Yep.
We can do that.
Amplify Black voices.
That's you said it's a Black owned beer company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based in the DMV.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's dope. I think that's real dope.
It is. And this is really good. I'm not usually an IPA person, so the fact that I liked this, that says a lot.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not a beer guy. But just the fact that, you know, again, Black owned businesses, especially getting in different industries. And then if you're not from the DMV, over the last couple of years, there's been a huge sprawl of breweries, brew houses, things like that, restaurants popping up in this area alone. So to have a Black one, I think that's dope. They definitely try to get their information that we can share it to everyone. I think that is cool. You know, I never heard of, you know, I knew they were out there, but just to have one local, you know, I would go check them out just to check them out. You know, again, I'm one of those people like I might not be a beer dude, but I'll show up. I'm pretty sure you got something else I can partake in just to support. So if we get a chance, again, all about black businesses. Sometimes that's just a thing. Like
shouts to their I think CEO and founder Tim Bryson.
Okay,
so shouts to you.
That's what's up. Yeah, so we throwing them out there. Yep. So I think that's cool. So we'll put we'll get a post together. Make sure we share the information. Cool.
And let's talk about our Bobs and Karens of the week.
Let's talk about them. Let's talk about Bob and Karen of the week.
You got any?
This is a staple. This is a segment that's never gonna go anywhere. Way these people are acting, man. What you got?
I got Grove City Police.
I think I saw this from Grove City. Okay.
Lady said, so apparently, I guess the cop pulled her over, and they were talking, and I guess he said to her, "I guess I'll consider not shooting you."
Yeah, I saw that. That's the one you sent me. Yeah, I think, what did she say? She said, like, "Are you going to shoot me?" And he said, I'll consider it, or something like I'll consider not. Yeah, I saw that.
What?
Again, that's scary to think that, like, these dudes really have the power. It's not even the thought that they have the power. They have the power to do what they want, pretty much. It's just the thought that he could say that, and, like, pretty much saying, like, I have final say so. I have to say so. You know, like, that's on me. Just that thought, that authority over somebody, you know, it's a terrifying feeling for a lot of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just imagine you say a cop, like, I'll think about it. Like, I might shoot you today.
Right. And then his name is Officer White.
Yeah, come on, can't beat that.
I mean,
can't beat that.
Like,
yeah.
How?
Yeah. Which is, again, but we got to keep fighting for this stuff. Reform needs to happen.
Right.
I think it's clear at this point.
A resurgence, something.
Yeah.
A revolution. It's pretty much what we need.
Yeah. All right. What else? You got any more?
No, that was mine.
That was it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that enough for me. I'm done. Like, Bob's and Karens. I don't know if I saw any more this week. It's starting to merge. I feel like we see so many now.
Right. Every single day.
I've seen a couple, and I'm trying to think. Like I said, you just
hold on. One more, Bob.
What you got?
Ben Shapiro.
What is that?
He read on, I guess, his show. He was reading the lyrics. WAP.
Okay. It's not going to go well. Okay.
And I guess he wanted to read the lyrics live on air.
What'd he say?
I don't even want to repeat the
lyrics. He read the lyrics.
He read the lyrics.
Did he not read them beforehand? Like, did he not do pre-production?
I don't.
He read, like, uncensored lyrics?
He read most of the lyrics. He substituted some of the words. But also, it was very cringy just to watch this man.
Yeah.
It was just cringy to watch him read the lyrics.
Read lyrics to try to understand the culture.
Right. Also, it was just super funny to me.
Yeah, I can imagine. Sometimes that annoys me too, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm taking it too deep. Sometimes, like, yo, you poking fun at our culture though? Like, you don't
get sunburned?
Huh?
I said you're poking fun at our culture. Wait, hold on. Don't you get sunburned?
Yeah, see, exactly. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. So stuff like that, sometimes I'm like,
I'm sorry, that might have been a low blow.
Whatever. What they gonna do? Again, what they gonna do? Cancel? Whatever. No, but, like, you're making fun of a culture you don't know nothing about. poking fun at it because you don't understand it. You know, they just don't understand
Right.
it. But then they rape it and try to extract everything they can from it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they try to poke fun at it when it's us. When we get
Right.
it, they just want to get it for themselves. So, man, get out of here.
Right.
I'm about to start. Don't let me find some songs to start reciting on here. Yeah.
I feel you.
On a Tom Petty song or something. I don't know. But yeah, so get on my nerves.
I'm not gonna. Wow, I almost said something. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Sensitive out here. Can't say it.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So.
Before anything else.
Well, before you say that, because we'll get there. I like that. I do want to say one thing I was thinking of. Just got to give prayers and condolences to people. There's been a lot of explosions.
Oh,
last week, yo.
Yeah.
I know definitely the one we talked about. I don't know if we talked about Beirut.
We did.
Yeah, but then was that today, this morning?
Yeah, I think I saw another
huge explosion in Baltimore. There's a big one in Baltimore. The pictures look crazy, like almost like a whole row of townhouses is gone.
Anything has any statement been?
They said possible gas leak. So crazy. I saw that one this morning. If I get a chance, that was.
I think I saw another one too. Actually,
and then Russia.
That was the one.
Big one in Russia. They got videos of that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was. And was there one that? I don't know if there's any more, but those. I mean, it's just like back to back. It's like you got a string of crazy explosions going on.
This isn't a coincidence.
Like this is getting crazy. So I just like
after the second time, nah.
Yeah, maybe it just like I don't know. Like, gotta be careful out there, y'all. Be careful.
Absolutely.
And I don't know what's going on, but I know, especially in Beirut, like the prime minister just announced he was stepping down. Mm-hmm. Midst of all that, because there was a lot of controversy with that, and I guess there were like explosive materials and stuff that they've been containing and holding there for years. And all this red tape and stuff. So it's like that could have been avoided pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like political reasons.
Right.
Politics had a part to play in that. And that sucks. So people lost their lives, all that damage for some back and forth BS. You know, the stuff can be avoided. So be careful out there, y'all, man. Just you know, it's crazy times.
Right.
So
a lot of people fail to realize is that a lot of people in the suits, a lot of people with the titles, a lot of people in power, they're the real gang members.
Oh, I always say this, and people think I'm crazy. And my famous phrase, I said, there's a very thin line between a corporate CEO and a criminal mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
They have the same skill sets. It's just what they chose to do with those skill sets.
Not even that. One got caught.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, some don't. Some don't.
But some get caught. Some are able to pay their way out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the skill sets are the same.
Mm-hmm.
But it just, you know, what side of the fence you on. And then there's some that are on one side of the fence that really playing, you know, wolf in sheep's clothing, you know. But so like they're crooks too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They play games. Also too, another thing, we put our faith in people, but I'm telling you, it's hard. We have these people who make decisions for the masses that are just disconnected. They're just completely disconnected, totally disconnected. Money, all types of stuff. That's a whole nother podcast, you know.
Right.
But yeah, so I just wanted to shout them out, prayers for them too.
Right.
So now we can actually get to something good.
Okay. So alert announcement. Tomorrow Kenny and I are going to be on the podcast Untitled Unlimited, hosted by my friend, my day one, Gio Herrera.
Yep. So
I've known him since high school. Like, once we actually get to start talking, it's just gonna be magic. It's gonna be a great podcast.
So that's what's up. So yeah. So I'm excited to do that. Even something different. Talk to somebody else for a minute.
Right.
That'd be cool. So then we'll have details too. We're gonna record tomorrow, and we'll know when it's coming out.
Right.
Things like that. So just be on the lookout for that. You know, when it comes out, you know, check that out. Listen, we'll have some fun. You know, we bring the fun anyway.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, but check out for that. So I'm excited for that. So shout out to Gio for this, inviting us, you know, be able to do something like that. So that's
shout out to Gio.
Yep. You know, on that note, so I think we done ran through everything.
Yeah.
Yep, and you gonna respect my no. I'm telling you, I'm about that right now.
Also, please don't go out if you don't have to. Wear a mask.
Wear a mask, please.
Please wear a mask. Because
continue to social distance as best you can as well too.
Right.
Wash your damn hands frequently. You know.
Please.
Also, too, one thing I've been hearing, be careful about. You know, some of these hand sanitizers. Apparently, there's a lot of them out there that may possibly be toxic. So I just say be careful about, you know, again, even though we have to be safe and things like that, be careful what you put on your bodies, of course. So just continue to be safe out there, y'all.
Right.
Remember,
also, wear a mask.
Yeah.
People with breathing problems can wear masks.
Yeah, you can wear a mask. The mask doesn't impede a lot of that stuff.
Wear a mask.
Yeah. And if you really got significant breathing problems, hopefully we can work on ways to accommodate people in terms of like if they need to be in public and stuff like that.
Right.
There's a lot of services out now. So
if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for other people.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. It's not that hard.
Basics. Come on, it's the basics, y'all. You know, like I said, if we do this now, if we do this right now, maybe we can overcome this, you know.
Maybe we can come outside.
Yeah. So on that note, y'all, you know, again, you know where to find us. CommunityCoalitionShow.com. We streaming. We on YouTube. We on social media. One thing I always say again.
We in your ears.
We in your ears. We in your eyes. You see us. You hear us. We be us. Tell a friend. Let people know. Share. Post. You know, this, you know.
We're cool people.
Yeah. We try and grow this thing. Continue to grow this thing, right? So we need
for the ride.
Yeah, show love, support. Let people know what we're doing. And on that note, y'all, I'm closing this thing out, y'all. K Wilson, David 2K.
Peace.